In early 1862, the Confederacy set its sights on the American Southwest. Brigadier General Henry Sibley led a force of mounted Texas volunteers north from El Paso, capturing Mesilla and proclaiming the Confederate territory of Arizona. With Santa Fe occupied by March, their ultimate goal was to seize Fort Union, push into Colorado and California, and claim the West's mines, railroads, and ports. But Union Colonel Edward Canby remained entrenched at Fort Craig, waiting for reinforcements from Colorado to block Sibley's advance. The key to Union defense lay in Glorieta Pass, a narrow route through the Sangre de Cristo Mountains along the Santa Fe Trail. On March 26th, Union Major John Chivington led a strike force of Colorado volunteers and U.S. cavalry through the pass, clashing with Major Charles Pyron's Texans at Apache Canyon. In a series of sharp maneuvers, Chivington outflanked Pyron's men, forcing them to retreat. It was a morale boost for the Federals, but the Confederates regrouped. By March 28th, Colonel William Scurry had arrived with reinforcements, bringing Confederate strength to around 1,100 men and 5 cannons, while Union Colonel John Slough commanded roughly 1,300 troops. That morning, both armies set out to attack. Scurry, believing the Union was in retreat, marched his men eastward along the canyon, while Slough advanced west from Kozlowski's ranch, unaware of the Confederate movement. The two forces collided near Pigeon's Ranch, and a fierce battle erupted. The Confederates dismounted and pressed forward in 3 coordinated attacks. Fighting raged for hours across rocky ridges and adobe buildings, with both sides exchanging devastating volleys and artillery fire. The Union left held, but their right flank was eventually turned, forcing Slough to order a retreat to Kozlowski's ranch. By dusk, the Texans held the battlefield, yet their victory would not last. Unbeknownst to Scurry, Chivington had led a separate column through the mountains, guided by Lieutenant Colonel Manuel Chavez and his New Mexican scouts. That afternoon, they struck the lightly guarded Confederate supply train at Johnson's Ranch, burning 80 wagons, spiking a cannon, and killing or scattering nearly 500 horses and mules. With no supplies or transport, Scurry had no choice but to abandon the campaign. Within days, the Confederates withdrew to Santa Fe, and by June, they were back in Texas. Though small in scale, the Battle of Glorieta Pass was decisive. It ended Confederate ambitions in the West, secured Union control of New Mexico territory, and cemented the pass's legacy as the Gettysburg of the West,